liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everyone. This is Monday, February 18th. Call the roll, please.
Cedar,
Here.
Ellery,
Here.
Kinsfater.
Here.
Kukla, Report,
Here.
McCartney,
Here.
Watt,
Here.
Take a motion to excuse Mr. Coffa.
Support.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? If you have any questions or comments during these proceedings, come up to the microphone, give us your name and address. Tell us what's on your mind. We'll go to number 4, the consent agenda, City Council minutes of February 4th. Regular and closed meetings, recommendation approved.
I make the motion to approve, Your Honor. Support.
Questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're at number 5, ordinance and resolution. A, ordinance adoption 2019-01 fireworks.
Your Honor, before City Council is a proposed ordinance amending the fireworks ordinance, which is in line with a state law adopted last December. And essentially what it does is it reduces the number of days on which fireworks can be permissibly ignited from 30 days down to 11 or 12. On years, where July 5th falls on a Friday or Saturday, it'll be 12 days a year. And on years when it's not, it'll be 11 days. And it also limits the fireworks to being ignited up to 11:45 p.m. So these are all changes that aren't in the current ordinance, but that are permissible under the new state law.
Make a motion to approve.
Support.
Made and support. Any questions?
I do have a question, Your Honor. Even though I voted in favor of the resolution at the last meeting, I did that with some questions that I had about whether or not the city was within its rights to make this a more strict ordinance than what the state has allowed. And I didn't know if those questions got to the attorney or not.
This is dovetails with the new state law, Tom.
But can the city enact stricter?
It may not.
It may not?
It may not.
Thank you.
Are these changes going to be posted on the website or somewhere so the public will know?
the ordinance is posted on the website and also published in the local newspaper.
Okay.
So yes.
Anything else? Call the roll, please.
Ellery,
Yes.
Kinsfater.
Yes.
Laporte,
Yes.
McCartney.
Yes.
Watt,
Yes.
Cedar,
Yes.
Carried, Your Honor.
Thank you. Go to B, Resolution 1901, St. Clair Garden Club Charitable Gaming License. And is that you?
Yes, Your Honor. The St. Clair Garden Club anticipates having events, including raffles, that may require a charitable gaming license from the state of Michigan. And as part of their application with the Charitable Gaming Division of Michigan, a resolution of support that recognizes them as a nonprofit organization that operates in our community is required. So it's recommended, the recommended motion is to support the St. Clair Garden Club in their efforts.
I make a motion, we accept.
Support.
Any questions?
Is it for any type of event that they want to have it? I mean, the application is kind of blank.
This application is what they have to supply when they complete the entire application to the state of Michigan. They need to establish themselves first as a nonprofit organization, and then they get assigned a number. And then every time that there's a raffle that specifically designated on the Charitable Gaming Division website, then they have to apply for a license for each raffle they hold. So this is just allowing them to get their organization into the state of Michigan records. You're not approving any particular raffle or any license per se.
They would still have to come to this body for approval for any type of raffle then?
They do not.
They do not?
Correct. This is only recognizing them as a nonprofit organization, saying, yes, St. Clair Garden Club exists, and yes, City Council recognizes them as a nonprofit for our community.
Okay.
Is the motion made supported?
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right, call the roll, please.
Kinsfater?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
McCartney?
Yes.
Watt?
Yes.
Ellery?
Yes.
Cedar?
Yes.
Carried, Your Honor. Thank
right.
you.
Letter C is Resolution 1902, schedule public hearing for commercial rehab district. You're down.
Your Honor, before City Council is a proposed resolution to schedule a public hearing on a request made by the limited liability company that recently purchased the old St. Clair Middle School for a discussion on the commercial rehabilitation district, the creation of same. I understand that Mr. Katowski, the managing member of the Limited Liability Company, and Mr. Casey of the County's Economic Development Alliance wish to address City Council with respect to this, but in order to hear their comments and consider their proposal, Council must schedule a public hearing, and this resolution will do that.
We're asking to set it for March 4th at 7 PM.
That's correct.
I'd move to approve the resolution, Your Honor.
Any questions?
Clair, 1334 South Roseland. I just wonder if it's possible that the city could have copies of the application for this prior to the meeting, so we can look at them. Yeah.
This is just scheduling the public hearing. What are you asking
When's the
for?
public hearing? Next, in 2 weeks?
Well, that's what they're doing right now, is scheduling it for March
I mean,
4th. What do you
in
want to
2
say?
weeks from the public hearing, could we have copies of the application from the applicant so we can look at them before public hearing or during the public hearing?
I can provide you a copy. I don't know if it's,
I was just curious if you
Fiscally
could bring some
responsible to-
information in 2 weeks so we can kind of look at the application prior to the meeting in case we have questions.
I can certainly provide that to you. I don't anticipate bringing copies, so
Well, then I can get a copy, I guess.
yes, you can.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Yep.
John Shinsky, 937 Thornapple. Now, this is going to be a public hearing. Is this going to have anything to do with rezoning issues? Are they going to come up in this public hearing? And if they do, maybe they should start looking at their master plan, if they're going to rezone up there. Because I know there's a business in town that was told that because the master plan was not updated, that he could not rezone for his business. So that's an ongoing issue. But I was just curious if this is going to be a rezoning process up there to change it from what it is to what they want. Is it going to have to be rezoned, or do we have to wait for the public meeting?
His request is that he wants to have a commercial rehabilitation district declared. So it's not a rezoning, it's a statutory designation on this piece of land, and that's what he's requesting.
So that it's not going to be rezoned as such then?
It will not be rezoned at the March 4th meeting.
Okay, all right, thank you very much.
Anybody else? All right, call the roll, please.
Laporte,
Yes.
McCartney,
Yes.
Flott,
Yes.
Ellery,
Yes.
Kinsfater,
Yes.
Cedar,
Yes.
carried, Your Honor.
All right. Order number 6, Ports Administration, Mr. Booth.
Just one item. For those that were not here at the special session we had tonight, just wanted to, again, state that anyone that's interested in the documents that were talked about, we will have them at City Hall. In particular, we have information on roads that were updated in 2018, also 2017. We talked a little bit about the road diet that's pending and expected in 2019. And I think that's kind of it. Oh, the trail plan review. So the city is part of a trail plan review that's being done at the county level. And again, all that information will be available, and sometimes it's the website, so if you'd like to call and ask for that information, we'd be happy to give you the website address as well, so ask away.
Any questions for Mr. Booth tonight? Mr. Downey, you have anything else?
I have nothing this evening, Your Honor.
Any city departments?
Two things. I heard in the goal-setting session about two things, snow ordinances. I call snow ordinances when it's more than 4 inches, so I've called them only twice this year so far, so. But some people, some citizens and some DPW drivers think that that miraculously means vehicles aren't on the road. As people still leave their vehicles on the road. And all the police department does is cite them, but they don't remove them unless the DPW driver wants us to move it because it's in their way. So I had that conversation with Mr. Beath 2 weeks ago. So now if vehicles are blocking their way, we'll tow them. But otherwise, we just put a ticket on the windshield and the car stays in the street. So also removing snow from the sidewalks, that has to be done within 24 hours after the snow accumulates. And But the way the ordinance is written, it goes to code enforcement first, and then it comes to us. So that's the way streets are, and hopefully the neighbors will take care of neighbors, because there's a lot of people that can't shovel their walks, and shovel walks for them. Okay?
Thank you, Chief.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go to D, authorities and boards and commissions. Anybody?
Oh,
Nope.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
I'd like to make a motion that we put out for public bid all the specialty the contracts. Like for
Do you have a list of what, I mean,
list of, well, anybody that is not a regular employee that contracts, we should put those up for bid.
Okay, say it again, Steve, I'm sorry.
Okay. All professional services, how's that? I would like to see put up for bid. We're trying to save money. It's time that we do that.
Okay, so the motion's been made to put out to bid all professional services, is that right?
Yes.
All right, do I have support for that motion?
I'll support his motion. I guess I'd like to know what's going on, so I'll support the motion.
Okay, the motion's made and supported to put out to bid all professional services.
Could you explain a little bit more, Steve, what you're asking on that?
I think he's asking for the attorney, the
For
accountant.
example, we hire a city attorney, engineering outfit. There's a list, I'm sure, about all cleaning services. I think they should all be professionally put out for bid.
Okay, are you talking even like lawn cutting? Because I didn't,
Well,
we just,
we address that every year.
yeah,
That's not something.
so you're not including
No,
that?
no, I'm talking about the ones that are continuous.
So engineering, attorney,
garbage?
garbage, we have a 5-year,
Right, that's all.
Five-year contract,
probably 4 now, but,
and it's put out for bid anyways. There's a lot of it that isn't put out.
all right, so I have attorney, engineering,
Cleaning, the cleaning company,
cleaning,
and we do the lawn already, so.
okay, attorney, engineering, cleaning, anything else?
Garbage, you said?
Garbage, we just renegotiated, was it a 5-year deal?
It's already a contract.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so the motion's been made, supported to put out to bid all professional services, including attorney, engineering, cleaning. That's it? And the motion's been supported?
Is that it?
I mean, you're looking at me, I was just supporting my fellow council.
All right, so the motion's been made by Eller and supported by Mr. McCartney. All right, then I'll ask if there's any other questions.
Any other questions?
Well, the-
Does the charter dictate services that we can and can't put out to bid?
I think some of them, Tom, you probably wouldn't. So for example, if you have a bank, you might not do that every 3 years because it doesn't necessarily make sense, but
But we could
you could,
negotiate with
you
them.
could, absolutely.
We could negotiate with banks for
Mhm.
better rates or bring some in for, but is there any other restrictions in the charter that, as an example, the city attorney, does the charter tell us that, how we handle that? How do we handle that?
The attorney serves at the pleasure of the council.
Okay.
So-
Same with the engineering, same with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And I have a question. What time frame are we talking?
Well, it's a
Like
new
all of
year.
them
I
right
mean,
now?
Well, the only thing I'd point out is we have some contracts that we're going through with the city itself right now with administration, and I'm hoping you're not asking for it to be done within the next
Not
30
in
years.
the middle of it.
Let's get a budget going on.
So do you have a time frame on this,
Nope,
Mr. Ellery? No?
nope. When our services are complete, then we should go ahead.
As their contracts come up, is that what you're?
Yes.
Are those annual?
Depends on what we're talking about.
Okay.
Trash is different than the cleaning, which is different than the
Grass cutting.
accounting versus grass cutting, yes. So maybe we need a list of the items for council to review. Would that
Mhm.
make
I
sense?
think I'd like to, well, vote on it, but I think I'd like to table it and have it a little more specific of what we're voting on myself.
Well, your audit and your accounting is handled.
I can go through contractual services and then provide a list if that would help.
What is
That'd
that?
be great.
Can we table the motion then?
Yeah, we could table a motion.
I'd make a motion to table.
Does that make it turn down?
Support.
Do we need to vote on the first one?
I think it can be amended.
It can be amended, okay.
Then I'd make the,
No.
you have to amend the motion, Steve.
I amended.
He amended it.
Okay, Mr. Ellie has amended his motion to what?
To get the list of contracts that
All right,
Mr. Booth has.
all right. And anybody supporting that?
I support the motion.
All right, the motion made and supported to table and get some information as to contracts that Mr. Booth can put together for us. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you.
How do we do it now? How do we work contract now? We don't bid them.
Contracts are bid following the regular process. I believe Councilmember Ellery is just asking if we can look into our current services and perhaps bid out ones that we haven't recently. For instance, our cleaning service, we haven't bid that out in at least 5 years. So maybe get on a rotation. So they are all bid professionally, but I think he's referring to certain services.
All right, we have
Your
no...
Honor, one more
Oh,
thing.
I'm sorry, yep.
The west side of St. Clair, or of M29, crossing the St. Clair M, that snow has not been removed there. A lot of people use that sidewalk. I got 2 calls today. So should I, you or go through the,
I can talk to Dan tomorrow.
okay. thank
Actually,
you.
north side of Vine Street too, it's theirs.
North, yeah, north side of Vine.
Thank you.
It's all around Dan's construction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, we have no unfinished business. Go to number 8. I'm sorry.
I had a city department.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
okay. The city of St. Clair will conduct a special election on Tuesday, May 7th, 2019. There's one proposal on the ballot from the East China School District. The school district will be providing more information on that, and the full proposal will be available online. And I just also wanted to mention, at the November election, voters approved Proposal 3, which made many changes to our absentee voter process. So if you have any questions on that, please give me a call. One of the most apparent changes is that there is now a no reason absentee ballot. Previously, you had to declare why you were requesting one, whether you were a certain age or out of town, and now you don't need to give a reason. You can request an absent voter ballot up to 4 p.m. the Monday before the election. And again, there are other changes as well. So if you have any questions on it, please give me a call. We're being properly trained on it, and we will be implementing all of these changes on May 7th for the first time. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, D, any boards, commissions, committees? Okay, 7 is unfinished business. We have none. New business. Application for a hall roll from Mr. Booth.
Yes, we've done this annually since the St. Clair Highway has been shut down. In our earlier meeting, we had discussion as to the reopening of that roadway in the springtime. So this will get us through the freeze thaw that'll happen in the springtime.
Motion to approve. Support.
Motion made, support. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Order number 9, claims and accounts for February 1st, 8th, and 14th.
Hearing no question, Your Honor, I make a motion to approve as presented.
Support.
Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Go to number 10, public comment. If you have any questions or comments, come up to the microphone. You have a 3-minute limit, but you're more than welcome to come up.
Mary Boda, 1170 South 12th. Okay, people are starting to get their lease letters. My neighbor came over thinking it was a scam, was going to throw it away or talk to the police about it. So are you getting millions of calls at the city hall about this?
We have gotten a few, yes, and I don't know if Attorney Downey has anything to offer on this, but residents are receiving their, is it a lease?
Yes.
A request to lease for the property owners, and this pertains to the lease that council approved for Fruity Oil exploration. I don't have any answers, I haven't seen the letter, but.
I've got one call.
If Attorney Downey has anything to say.
I'm unaware that the solicitations are going out, but I know that's part of what.
Did you get yours Saturday?
I did not get mine yet, but my neighbor got hers, and she came over right away. Oh, is this some scam? People do not, if they don't come to council, they don't read the paper, they don't know what's going on. So she's gonna throw it away and not sign it. She said, I don't wanna take my house. They aren't gonna take her house.
I would advise, I'm sure there's a contact number on the, well, I would hope that there's a contact number on these letters. So if I do get a call directly, that's what I'm suggesting the homeowners do, is just call directly.
I assume everybody gets one in the town,
I haven't got it.
I've not got one.
I don't
In a
believe so, I
certain
think
area.
it's just
certain
Oh, just certain
certain
ones?
areas.
Oh,
Only where the
okay.
oil is, Mary.
Oh, okay, it's not under my house.
Ours or Andy's.
The letters just showed up in the mailbox, they didn't come from the post office, but they have a stamp on it that was never, stamped. They must have just hand delivered them, I guess. I got one, actually I got two today. They didn't go through the post office. Right.
Sometimes letters do go through the post office, but they're not stamped, we get them all the time. I have no idea
I get it
why.
every once in a while, but,
Yeah.
I got two today and neither one of them had a sticker,
I don't understand why they're not
Well, that's because they
stamped
hand
through.
delivered them.
Anybody else? Okay, we'll go number 11, Mayor and Council. Anybody have anything up here tonight?
Yes, Your Honor, we've got Polar Plunge this weekend. Anybody wants to come and jump in the Mighty Pine? It's for a good cause.
Anybody else? I'll go to number 12 and ask for an adjournment motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn, Your Honor.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you for coming. Be careful going out there tonight.